everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bears going up.
One of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Kenny Stills, 81 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Fresh set of downs here. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play. And it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Down to about the 22 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Cook. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bucky Hodges, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Then they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go with Howard again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting through pressure. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Watching that, Marty. Set,
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take another shot here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And some space here. Breaks through the contact. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
On first down, they run with Howard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, 22 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now Carr on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here. Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On play action, now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This is Howard. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And bulldozing his way through. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Off the bootleg. Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Carr. Dancing to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Fielded just inside the 20. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. This is Howard on second down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, it's Carr. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman. Able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Running with Howard. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one. And it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Off the bootleg. Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Carr to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 56 yards. So we have our first challenge of the new season. And remember, a little different this year. Gone is the hood. Now the referees, they're going to be given a tablet so that they can interact with the rules officials in New York.
And they've actually increased jobs. Someone now is responsible for the tablet all the time that brings it out to the referee, right? But we're also going to speed up things. The final call, back in Command Central in New York, they'll tell the official what the final decision is and administer it that way.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Eddie Goldman in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll give to Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offense.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. They go counter with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, it's Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jay Howard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Carr gonna throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bears, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.